You got me exclusive. I'm so high up and lucid. You take me to a safe place. We steady on the same pace, yeah. I'm crazy, you like that. Don't back down, no you talk back.
Hello loves, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I am a top seller on Depop. I've been a full-time vulture, reseller for the last almost 10 years. So I have a bit of experience selling on Depop. I also sell on the app Whatnot, so it isn't my only source of income, but reselling as a whole is my only source of income, pretty much, other than YouTube. But let's be so for real, that is very minuscule in the grand scheme of things. So it's been a minute since I've done a what's sold on Depop video, so I figured we're due for one. And September was like a pretty decent month for me in terms of like money made. It is usually a better month, I feel like, overall, just because also like people are going back to school, it's the season change, all of that kind of stuff is going on right now. So I figured it would be a good time to kind of do one of these again. I haven't done one in so long, like it's been many months. So without further ado, I'm gonna jump right in. But if you do want to follow my Depop, it is One Sick Kitten with the number 1, and on Whatnot it's the same. I also have a code in the description of every video to sign up for Whatnot if you're interested, which is more of an auction-based app in which I'm live on video selling auction style, and my starts tend to be pretty low on there, like $10, $5 even sometimes. So if you're interested in that and you want to sign up to even be a seller or a buyer, there's a link in the description to get $15 off if you sign up. But again, let's jump into the Depop sales. So the first thing that sold is a pair of Victoria's Secret pink fold-over leggings. This one in particular was a flare, which is always a good thing. Having a flare helps. I feel like other styles can still do okay, but you really want to have the flare to get your top dollar. This one happened to also have a bright pink leopard print band. So this sold for $50. I had them listed at $68 originally, but I accepted an offer of $50. And I don't think those took super long to sell, but they didn't sell like immediately. So that is why I ended up accepting that offer. But yeah, definitely a good sale. I am super happy with $50 on that. Next item is a hat that you might have seen in one of my last thrift with me. So I got this one at the Goodwill racks, and it's kind of like a vinyl like magazine print hat. It reminds me of like the mid 2000s, kind of like the swag era. And this was listed for $24, but I accepted an offer of $16, and I feel like that's totally fine. Being that it was from the racks, you know, I paid up a little bit for this item. It wasn't like the greatest margin on earth, like stuff that I get from the bins. Obviously, I get a really good margin on anything that I get from the bins. This I paid up a little bit for because I was willing to, like, it was the type of style that I enjoy selling. So I probably really only made, you know, like after shipping and everything, I made like $10. The next order was a bundle of 2 items. I sold this trashy Y2K black bra and a dead stock Hustler thong. So the Hustler thong I actually sourced on Whatnot from a friend of mine. I sourced it from Costura, and I ended up, I think, getting that from her for about $5. I sold it on Depop for $16. I had it listed at $26, but I accepted an offer of $16. So again, I'm making like, you know, like maybe $11. But since Depop has no fees now, I'm willing to do that, especially if it's something that I like. It's a really cute thong. So, you know, I was like, this fits the vibe of my shop, which if you look at the description is nice and sleazy, which is taken from a Hysteric Glamour shirt. So that's basically the theme that I aim for in general with my Depop, but also I just sell like all Y2K styles. Mostly Y2K in general, you know, like that's something that I try to stick to, but sometimes I'll make an exception if it's a really cool piece. Anyway, the bra, that ended up selling for $12. I had it listed at $20, sold it for $12. But as a bundle, I was totally willing to do that. So yeah, not bad at all. The next item is a Charlotte Russe pea coat. It is a early 2000s, kind of like red and black pea coat. I had this listed for $56. And I accepted an offer of $44. It is definitely starting to be jacket season. So if you guys have jackets and you're like hanging on to them for like jacket weather, even though I'm in Vegas, it's still really hot here, but it is peak jacket weather, I would say, for most of the United States. You know, like we're trying to get jackets now. So try to be on top of that if you can. just a little bit of advice, because I feel like I'm always a little behind, and this year I'm trying to like get ahead of that. I always think that I'm ahead of the game, but I'm not, honestly. Next thing that sold is this coral netted kind of like rave top. This was from this brand called Connection 18. I've never even heard of this, but it was just a cool piece. It's very like cut out. It's kind of giving just like the type of thing that, again, you would wear to like a rave or a festival. So I had this listed for $28. It sold for $22.40 because I do accept a lot of offers. I try to like price my items at a price that I hope to get the full price for. I think it's worth the full price. That's why I start there. But depending on how long it sits, you know, or if the offer is reasonable, then of course, like, I accept it. The next item is a Harajuku Lovers Hawaiian hoodie. This was actually a personal of mine. I bought this on Mercari probably like 4 years ago. I know I've had it since before I moved here, which I moved to Las Vegas. This is my 3rd time signing this lease, so I think I've been here 2 full years now, which is crazy. But yeah, this I had listed at $45 and it sold extremely quickly, and it sold for the full $45. Okay, this one is gonna blow your guys' mind, but I sold in one single transaction to one single person on September 5th. When I started this video, we're starting at the 1st. So far this has been like from September 1st onward. So on September 5th, I woke up to a bundle of 30 items sold. This has never happened in my life, in my career on Depop. Like this is a first. And it was a first in both quantity and money spent, obviously. The grand total of this bundle was $1,029, which is insane. Like, that is crazy. And each item sold for full price. This person did not send me any offers. They just bought it overnight while I was sleeping. And I thought that I was waking up into a fever dream because I literally still had like floaties in my eyes. Like I was like, I clicked on the email and usually it's like, oh, you sold an item email, and I scroll and I see what it is. No, this email went on and on and on and on and on and on. And I just could not believe my eyes. And I immediately went into the kitchen and Niko was making us coffee and I was like, look at this. I have to say though, like this is a little off topic, but then again, it's not, because like, you know, probably some of you guys, most of you guys know me, you know what type of shit I talk about on here. So I made a, what's it called? A manifestation board or whatever last year. And I made it like on a full moon, like in January, like peak like New Year's resolution time. I made like a vision board. A vision board is what's it called. So one of the things I put on the vision board is I wanted something to represent just like a upped quantity of Depop sales, basically. I just wanted something to represent me selling more, like more of a quantity. So I literally put on my vision board this little cutout in which I made with my pen. Like I just wrote it on a piece of paper that says, you know, it just says 30 items sold, because I wanted to just like have more orders. But now that I realized that, like I think I realized this like 2 days after this happened, I'm like, holy shit, like I literally manifested this. And what I've noticed with like manifesting is like if you ask for something really specific, like you may get it, but you may get it in a way which you were not expecting. Because like obviously I was not expecting just one big bundle of 30 items to sell. But can you guys believe that like that is the exact number? That's so weird to me. Like it gave me like chills when I realized that. I was like, what? It's just crazy. But it reminds me of the time, I'm going soft topic now, I'm sorry. But like a couple years ago, before I moved here, like when I first started on Whatnot, I made this tweet one time that said, I am willing and open to receiving mysterious Coachella tickets in my email. I literally tweeted that. And then that is like the same year that I went on to Whatnot. And eventually in the spring of Whatnot, this was when they used to do like events for like sellers in the Y2K community. The app was still really, really small. So they were basically trying to do these like events to like get people on the app and get excited about it. So, oh my God, it blows my mind. But I got this email from Whatnot saying that they wanted me to be involved in this event, which was called like Y2K Spring Break, basically. It was like a theme. And they asked about 10 of us to do it. And they said that one of us would get to give away tickets to Coachella. So all of us joined this like Whatnot stream, and then we did a randomized giveaway to see who would get to give away the tickets. And guess who won? Me. It's fucking crazy. Like, it blows my mind. I'm like, the fact that I tweeted that and I did get an email and I did get to give away those Coachella tickets, which by the way, I have a video up from like years gone by about it. Like, it's included in one of my YouTube videos. I wish Whatnot still did stuff like that. Like, they used to do such crazy shit. But anyway, that just like goes to show you guys, like, that shit is powerful. Like, be careful what you wish for, like you might get it. But anyway, this bundle is insane. Like, I am so lucky that I had a box big enough to fit all of this stuff inside of it. I had one, and I think it was from like when we moved here. It was some sort of furniture item that we got, you know, and I had it on hand, thank God, because I needed that whole box for sure. Like, it's bonkers. But anyway, this was a combination of purses, jackets, coats, dresses, shoes. A lot of this stuff I actually had on Whatnot before. A decent amount of it is from this Ibiza themed show that I did, but not all of it. It's honestly pretty random. There's a lot. I'll show you guys some of the like main highlights, but I don't want to like waste your time and show you everything, but I'll put the screenshots of the whole order on the screen and it'll have the prices. But some of the top items in this bundle, there was a Juju plaid fur trim jacket that was $56 alone, and there was also some really cool like swirl pants that I think I had in a video a long time ago. Those sold for 48 or no 50. There was a baby fat tube top I sold for 48, a Charlotte Russe tube top for 50, a paisley dress for 48. So a lot of this stuff just ended up adding up, you know, like since they didn't send any offers or anything, they just bought it. They're a real one. They are an angel from heaven. I messaged them like 8 times to keep them updated about this, and they never said a peep even. And it's all good and said and done. Like, it's all good. So anyway, that happened. So it's been a really good month. Insane. I honestly wish for nothing more than for that to happen to all of you guys, because there was never a better feeling than knowing you made $1,000 in your sleep. I've never done that before in my sleep, never. So anyway, next item, I have a pair of Y2K Ed Hardy boots. These sold for $68. They sold full price. They did not take long to sell. So these are items that, this one in particular, I did buy at the racks and I got it for myself, but then I never wore it. So I was like, like, let's just, you know, list it. I think I'm personally kind of getting out of my Ed Hardy phase because I've been in it for such a long time. Like, I've been wearing Ed Hardy now for a really long time. I feel like I'm kind of like over it personally, because now that it's being Rossified again, like Ross is like pumping it out. Zoomy is like, same with Affliction. It's like, well, I was never in Affliction, let's be so for real. But Ed Hardy though, and like Juicy Couture, like I think I'm finally like, okay, like we had our fun, you know what I mean? So I have a lot of personals that I'm gonna be listing soon, including these. So I'm glad these sold already, but yeah, it's just the way it goes. You know, I go through phases always with my style, but I'm gonna keep my favorites and I'm still gonna wear my favorites, but it's just like not my favorite thing anymore, you know what I mean? So the next thing that sold is a Famous Stars and Straps tank top. This sold for $20.40. It was listed for $30. This is also a brand that I used to wear in the early 2000s, like when I was a teenager, so that's super nostalgic for me, and I just love selling that brand. It's really just like, it takes me back, you know? Next thing that sold was a fur trim cable knit cardigan. This was listed for $38. It sold for $26.20. This I had listed for a really long time, but I'm not surprised that it's sold now because again, we're going into like the colder months. So I've noticed that a lot of my items that I've had listed for a while, now they're starting to get like more traction if it's more of like a cold weather themed thing. Okay, here is an Ed Hardy item that I recently got and sold pretty quickly. I think I listed it like a couple days after I got it. Really unusual for me. I love to hang on to like my favorite stuff. I have a whole tower of like my grails basically that I'm like not excited to sell, but at the same time I am. I know they're gonna make me a lot more money than the average item, but I also am gonna be sad to see them go. I really love what I sell. Like the stuff on my Depop, a lot of it, like I'm like, I really like this thing. So like sometimes I'm not offered, like I'm not willing to take like a low offer. So this one, it was listed for $45. I accepted an offer of $39. I was like, that's fair. You know, that's fine. It's really, really cute. It has the koi fish on it. I personally love the koi fish graphics from Ed Hardy. So yeah. Next thing that sold is a bundle. It was a heart print bikini and a Victoria's Secret pink leopard bra. The bikini sold for $20. I had it listed for $30, and the bra sold for $20. I had it listed for $28. So again, I accepted both of those offers, and the bundle sold for $40, which I'm totally happy with getting. Next item that sold was another bikini. I was actually kind of surprised how many bikinis sold this particular month, because to me, I'm like, I'm now gonna phase out of listing bikinis. Every bikini that I haven't listed so far, I'm going to save for next year now, and I want to be ahead of it and list them when it's like spring break ideally. But last year I wanted to do that and it did not happen, so we'll see if it does this year. But I'm done listing bikinis for the year until spring break basically. However, I sold this Victoria's Secret one that I've had listed for a whole year. Like this one took a long time to sell. It sold for $25. I had it listed at $36. This one is so stunning, this next one. It is a gothic strapless dress from the brand Blessed. If you guys have any information about this brand, actually, I would really love to know, because this piece I ended up getting from Buffalo Exchange, and I didn't realize it when I got it, but I had a little bit of damage by the zipper, so I did have to do a little sew job on it. And it just seemed like a piece in which I have never come across before. I was like, this is really, really interesting. It's just like super unique. So I listed it at $85, and it sold full price, and it did not take very long. I think it only took probably like 2 weeks, maybe 3. So that was a really good pickup. My favorite thing to do at Buffalo Exchange is sell. I sell them my fast fashion. I sell them things with the tag still on it. And the last time I sold, I think I got like $700 in trade. And then whatever I get in trade, I use to like go shop, and I'll pick something that is priced, you know, like pretty low. Like I think this dress was probably priced at like $20 max. So now if they had given me cash, you know, instead of $20, I'd have 10. But I just took that $20 in trade and turned it into 85. So sometimes, I don't know why people take cash at Buffalo Exchange. If you shop there at all, like even if it's just for yourself, like there's a strategy for sure. You should be paying attention to that strategy, because like there's another item I sold this month that you guys are gonna want to know what the f. Because like, go to Buffalo Exchange. Like, I don't want to give away the tea. Like, don't go to my Buffalo Exchange. No, I only go there like a little bit, honestly, but I still find really good stuff. Like, I wish I had more time to go like more often, but like, do not sleep on Buffalo Exchange. Honestly, like they have those steals. So the next thing that sold is a camouflage tank top. These always sell for me, these tank tops from like Walmart, like OP, I think the brand is OP, or like No Boundaries. They did all these really cute kind of like alternative style like scene core tank tops. I have sold this exact camouflage tank top multiple times, and I can always get at least $16 to $25 for them. So this one I had listed at 20 and I got 16. Always pick these up. They're so easy to list, they're fun to list, and they look so flattering on a mannequin. Next thing that I sold is a Jack Sparrow t-shirt. This took a really long time to sell, which is too bad because it's such a cool t-shirt. But I guess it's kind of a niche thing that you have to be like into. Like, it's not something that I guess I would wear because I'm not into that movie at all, but it's still a cool t-shirt. I had it listed at 30, it sold for 22. Next thing is a bundle of 2 dresses. There was a sequin Y2K clubbing dress that sold for full price, $32, and a kind of like reddish orange one that sold for 40. And I actually wore the black one myself, I think when it was me and Niko's anniversary last year. So that one I really liked. That's why I priced it like a little higher. Not that 32 is high, it's definitely not, but you know what I mean. Like, it wasn't like perfect condition, but it's like, for me, I'll price it at what I'm like comfortable to like give it up for, you know? Like, I'm not gonna just give things away just because you think it's not worth what I think it's worth, you know? Like, sometimes that is literally how you price an item. It's like, what am I willing to give it up for? Like, I'd rather just keep it if you don't give me that price, which is what I think a lot of people don't understand. It's like, you can bully me all you want, but it's mine. So I'm not gonna just give it to you, especially if you're mean. Like, maybe just like being nice will get you a little farther, I'm just saying. Because like, the people who bully me tend to block me after they bully me anyway. And it's like, what did you achieve here? I'll never understand. Like, you could literally just make a fucking offer. Anyway, I sold another bikini, and I sold it in a bundle with a Von Dutch dress. The Von Dutch dress I actually also got at Buffalo Exchange. It was new with tags, super cute, and that sold for $30. I think I got it at Buffalo Exchange for probably like 15. I just enjoy selling Von Dutch. It's another like nostalgic early 2000s brand that I just am into. Maybe not as much again as I used to, but I do have a collection of hats in particular, and I'm still open to like getting more hats, Probably not necessarily more clothes because I already like the ones that I have, and it would have to be like a true, yeah, like early 2000s thing that I was really into. I think this is what's happening right now. It's like all these brands are starting to be a little too oversaturated because of them resurging with new stuff. This is a new item and it's still cute, but it's dragging everything else down in value. Like all the older stuff, like it's just, that's what happens. Like it's also a recession indicator that people are willing to sell their stuff for a lot less right now. Like if you were selling during COVID, then you know that like things were highly inflated, honestly. Like it kind of went both ways. There were some people that lost their jobs that were super broke. They're like, I just need to sell my stuff. And then there were people like us who were like, well, people are buying from us like crazy right now because they couldn't thrift. So some resellers, you know, like they were buying from us like crazy in droves. They were making a lot of money. So we were able to scoop up a lot of cool stuff that we really liked. And then you could just like sell it for more eventually. And honestly, right now, what I'm seeing is just like a lot more people are thrifting in general. People are going to the bins more, you know, like people are finding more of that stuff, which that's not a bad thing. We should all be saving that stuff from certain doom. But it is driving down the prices on a lot of stuff. So, you know, if you have like those core like early 2000s brands right now, I would say like list them now. Like they're probably not going to go like up anytime soon. Like what we're at right now is like, I think like kind of a cap. There's already kind of like a lowering of prices with like all like Y2K brands right now, I feel like. So that's just my opinion. But like I think that goes for like Affliction, Tap Out. I'm seeing us all talk about this, especially you know, when we all see each other at the bins. So I would say if you have those things, list them now. Like don't hold on to them because you need to hold on to them for another like 20 years if you want to see them go up again. Like I don't have time for that. So anyway, bikini sold for $30, dress sold for $30, boom, $60 bundle. Next item that sold is a Von Dutch tube top. This also is a new item, but it sold for $28, which I'm very happy with. I got it, you know, from the bins. It was new with tags. It's really cute, but it is a modern item. So unfortunately, you know, you're not gonna get like a crazy amount for that, but at least it's cute. Some of the new stuff, that's what I don't like, is like the new Ed Hardy stuff that they're making is not cute. Like, I'm sorry, but it's not. It does not have any of the charm or the rhinestone bling that the old Ed Hardy stuff had, which is why I like it so much. It's a fucking shame. Anyway, the next thing that sold is a Paco Chicano, which is another brand from Christian Audiger. If you're not familiar, Christian Audiger has a lot of different lines, including Ed Hardy, his daughter's brand, Crystal Rock. There's also this brand called Paco Chicano. So this was a cherub t-shirt. I had to sew this up a little bit. It had a little bit of flaws when I found it, but it sold for $17 and I had it listed at $24. Next thing that sold is a bundle. It's a fur trim cardigan from Old Navy and a Pretty Angel Whimsy Goth duster. I accepted offers on these. They were both listed at $40 and I accepted offers of $28 on each. I can usually tell when somebody wants to bundle because obviously they'll put in like a couple offers. And then sometimes I gotta think about it because like 28, I'm like, I don't really want to sell this alone for like 28 because these items are like heavier to ship too. But if I can tell they're probably gonna bundle, sometimes I'll just do it. And this person did, so I was really happy that they did. This next item is a Y2K Hello Kitty backpack. This is from the year 2001, so she is vintage. I had this listed for quite a while, so it was listed at $30 and I accepted an offer of $20.40, but that's all good and fine. Wasn't expecting to get too much for that, but it is crazy to come upon like 2001 Hello Kitty stuff. Like it is just not super common, you know. Next item that sold is a Deadstock Scene hoodie from the brand LA Kitty. This one had like neon like city print all over it. Like it's got like all the best cities, you know, like London, Berlin, Vegas, New York, LA, I don't even know what else, but it has all those cities on it. It was new at tags and it even came with the cutest little like sticker. That sold for $48. Next item that sold, this one is so random. It is a Hello Kitty iPhone 5 case. I actually have two of these. I got them at the bins and I thought they were cool. I listed them probably like 2 years ago. I still have one left now if you want it, but this one sold for $12 and they reviewed me. Very good and worth my money. Do you still have an iPhone 5? Because if so, that's crazy. Maybe you're just a collector. I don't know, but worth their money. Can't argue with that. Next item that's sold is a indigo red racing jacket. This was just a really cool piece that I got from a fellow Whatnot seller. I got it from Backstitch, and she, I think, was having like a birthday show, and I was bundling. I was buying like a bunch of stuff, and I got this for a decent price. I mean, I think I paid at least 20 bucks for it, but I was like, nah, this is cool, and I'm bundling, so that's what I do. Like, I thought I might want to keep it, but once it came, I was like, there's no way I'm wearing this. Like, I just know myself. Like, I'm not gonna do it. So that sold for full price for 80 bucks, which I am totally happy with. Next item that's sold is a polka dot bra, and this was priced at $26 and it sold for $16. Next item that's sold is bubblegum cargo pants. These sold for full price, $35. Next item that's sold is a Popeye striped shirt from Forever 21. This piece I've had for quite a while, and I just thought it was really, really cool. I personally really like it. It's just not my size. I would maybe wear it if it was at least once. It says, I love strong men. It's just kind of funny, you know? Like, I like that it has the stripes. The graphic is huge. Like, it's just a super cool shirt. So that sold for $38 eventually. I just held out on it, you know? Like, it was listed for quite a while, but I'm happy I got the price I wanted. Okay, next one that's sold. This is a Grail. I was kind of like keeping this in my closet for like a while because I thought that I was gonna wear it. And then, like I said, I'm kind of like realizing, I'm like, maybe I'm not a juicy girl anymore. I don't know, because I kind of was for like a hot minute. But I found this myself at the bins. And I knew that what I had found when I did. I was like, this is insane. Like, this is a really sought after one. It's the Cupcake Couture hoodie. So I had it in my closet for probably at least like 9 months. And then I finally listed it. It sold full price for $89. It sold in maybe like 2 days. It sold very, very fast. And this person said they'd been looking for it for a while, so I was super happy to hear that. Next item that's sold is a VS Pink mini skirt. I actually bought this for myself. I think I bought it on Whatnot, and I just never wore it because, again, VS Pink, I don't know. I went through a very small VS Pink phase, and I thought that I would wear this, and I didn't. So I had it listed for $45, accepted an offer of $33.33. Angel numbers, baby. Can't hurt. You may as well send an offer like that. Like, I'm definitely, it makes me think twice, you know? I'm like, sure. Next item that's sold is a Wilson's leather jacket. Like I said, it's jacket season, you guys. It's time. This one I had had for a while. I made sure that I didn't list it until I was like heading into jacket season. I had it listed at $98. I accepted an offer of $83.30, and they reviewed me and said, awesome item, quick delivery. I hope they love it. It's super, super cool. Next item that's sold is a pair of Angels denim jeans. These sold for $30 full price. This one is also a Grail for sure. It's a Hollister mini skirt. The day that I found this, I was stoked. I knew that this was such a cute piece. I was like, somebody's gonna freaking love this. It's iconic. So I listed this for $69 and I accepted an offer of $55. This is also such a cool item, and I'm just glad that people appreciated it as much as I did, because I honestly wasn't sure if people were going to be into the Gaucho pant vibe. Are people into Gaucho pants right now? Because like, I haven't heard much talk of it, but I found a couple pairs. And this one I ended up listing because they were Charlotte Russe pinstripe Gaucho pants. And I was like, okay, these I feel like people will understand the hype. They did. They got a lot of traction. They sold for $45, which is what I was asking. They ended up getting 87 likes before they sold, and they sold pretty quickly. So I mean, I just don't hear people talking about them, but I have a couple more pairs of Gaucho pants. I guess I should list them. Next thing I sold is a Y2K patchwork trapper hat from Claire's. It has like skull print on it and like some houndstooth. That sold for $30. This is another item that I sourced from Whatnot. I got it from Backstitch again, I think. And I had it in my closet for a hot minute, but I ended up buying a hat that I liked more. So yeah, you know how it goes. The next thing that I sold is a silk green halter dress. This I had listed for a while, but I had it listed at $45 and ended up accepting an offer of $32. This one is another juicy piece. So this one had a couple stains, but I put it on Whatnot first, because this is what I do sometimes, is I like give people on Whatnot like first dibs. I'll have like a first dibs show. I do this pretty often, in which things will be priced, even though Depop is no fees and Whatnot takes what I would consider a pretty steep fee. I put it on Whatnot first just because the product process of shipping on Whatnot is a lot easier. I do my own shipping with Depop, but with Whatnot, you know, they make their labels for you and they bundle automatically for you and all that stuff. So just to save myself the time of doing a full listing on Depop, I'll price things lower. And then of course it's an auction, so they can always sell for more if people want it bad enough. I put this juicy hoodie on Whatnot for 20 bucks and nobody wanted it. And then I put it on Depop for 28. It did sell for full price in a couple days. And then somebody was in my DMs trying to get me to refund that person and sell it to them for 40. Which I'm super against. Like personally, like I will never do that no matter how much is offered to me. Like, I mean, nobody's ever offered a lot of money, but I just think it's so disrespectful, you know, to the person who bought it. And how broke would I be if I wanted an extra, like what, like $13? Like that's crazy. Like just take the L. Like you missed out. Like just take the L. And then of course they wanted to give them the username of the person who bought it, but I'm like, I haven't even shipped it yet. Like it just sold. Like chill. Like if they leave me a review, you can do your own sleuthing and you can figure it out. But yeah, like personally, I'm super not about that life. And I may respect you a little less as a reseller if you do that. Like honestly, like I don't think that's very respectable behavior. But anyway, next item I sold is a Charlotte Russe silk halter top that sold for $26. That sold after quite a wait. Like it was listed for a pretty long time, I will say. Next item that sold is a Zana D parachute skirt. This had some stains. So, and it was kind of like bleach stains, so nothing crazy. It wasn't like hideous, but this was listed for quite a while. It was listed at 25, it sold for 18. Next thing that sold is a Say What fur trim hooded jacket. This got a lot of traction out of nowhere. Like it was listed for a while, and then like I said, I think it's the season change. All of a sudden it popped off. It sold full price for 35. Next thing is a pair of Xanadu baggy cargo pants. These I had listed for a long time too, and I had them listed for 45. They were really sick. Like I don't know, I thought they were pretty dope. They took a while to sell, but I accepted an offer of $31.50 eventually. Okay, this is one of my best items that I sold this month. Well, I mean, it is the best item I sold this month technically, price-wise. So it's a leather diesel skirt. Crazy cool skirt. So this is the item I was talking about. I actually, after I got my like $700 in trade at Buffalo Exchange, of course, I'm just prowling that place looking for whatever I can flip to make more money with, essentially. But also I'm looking for myself. Like I'm looking for both. So I happened to find this diesel skirt and I could only find one online, and it was somebody trying to sell it for like almost 500 bucks. So I was like, if I can get, it was, I think at Buffalo Exchange, it was priced at like 50. So I'm like, I have $700 of basically just spending money in here. Like I'm like, I can go nuts. So of course I'm like, okay, cool, well, I'll look this up. One person's trying to get like 500. So I was like, if I can get just 200 for this skirt, I'll be so up. So I priced it at $268, and like a week later or less, I got an offer of $168, I think. So I countered at 200 because that's like my bare minimum that I wanted to get. And yeah, it sold. So the person who bought it is really excited. I'm really excited. It's a win-win situation for everyone. It's also a win for Buffalo because they want you to take trade. They don't want to pay you out. They want you to keep just recycling. So everybody's happy. Like it's the best situation ever. So yeah, that's my best sale of the month, and I'm pretty proud of it. Honestly, I feel really smart every time that I sell and I take the trade and I use it to buy something like that. And now I have $200 instead of, if I had taken cash and the item's priced at 50, that'd be like $25. I'd only have $25. But since I took trade and I got 50, I could buy that skirt and now it's $200. You see what I'm saying? It's smart. Figure it out. Next thing that sold is a True Religion velour tracksuit. This I had on Whatnot for like 20 bucks originally too, and nobody bought it. So I listed it finally. I listed it for 36. It sold full price in a very short period of time. So don't sleep on my Whatnot shows, you guys. Don't sleep on my Whatnot shows. Like I said, there's a link in the description of every video. You can sign up, $15 off your first purchase. You won't regret it. Anyway, this is another one of my favorite items that sold. It is a green Abercrombie Henley. This sold for $60 full price. This was a very, very, very popular item. People were in my DMs. People were shooting me offers left and right. The person who ended up buying it was super, super sweet, but yeah, I don't know. The Abercrombie girls are kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like the Hollister Abercrombie VS Pink girls, they're a little crazy. Like they will bully you, a lot of them. Like they get really pissed if they think you're gonna make a bag on something and they don't want to pay that much. Like, it's crazy. But like, it does sell for that much. Like, that is what it's worth currently. That is the market, and they've created that market. So it's like, how are you gonna be mad at us for being in the know when you guys are the ones who have created the market? Like, you guys that love this shit so much have created the base price. Like, you did it yourself. And it happens on Whatnot, you know, too. It's like, that stuff will sell for $100 sometimes, you know, or more. That's not our fault. Like, we're just in the know. Knowledge is power. But anyway, this person who bought it was super sweet. But if you're gonna get bullied on Depop, like, it's probably gonna be like a freaking Hollister baby doll. Like, the people who want those are like, they can be like the meanest bitches for some reason. It's so funny. Like, just get your money up or don't. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Or go to the bins yourself and try to find one. Like, it's literally, that's your options. So Forever 21 plaid jacket is the next item that's sold. So this one's just really cute. It has a faux fur trim hood. Anything with a faux fur trim hood is gonna do well. It's been doing well for years. It's a popular, like, aesthetic. Like, having that detail. Like, I guess that's not an aesthetic, but like, you know what I mean. Sold for $42. I had it listed for $45. If you're so much of an angel that you are only trying to get $3 off an item, I will accept it every time. Okay, next item that's sold is a Euro denim dress. And this I also got at Buff Exchange. I think the same day as the diesel skirt. I think this item was like $18. I just thought it was really cool. It's not even like that good of a brand technically. It's just a really well-made piece that I thought was cool. And I thought it was something that I wanted to put in my store. So I listed it at $65, accepted an offer of $52. Ooh, this is another crazy item, you guys. So this one, I didn't think it was gonna be crazy till I listed it. You guys, at one point, okay, this is a Guess jacket that I've decided is kind of like indie rockstar girlfriend vibe. This jacket, you guys, it ended up getting 477 likes. And it was, I think at its peak, it was in like 23 bags, which is a record. Like, I have never had an item be that like popular before, I don't think. Like, maybe I have, because like the bag feature is kind of new for me. Like, it hasn't always been a thing. I have an Android, so it's like I'm always late to the game with like updates and shit. Like, it's so annoying, but I love my Android, so I'm never gonna change to an iPhone. That's just the way it is. But I've never seen an item be this popular before. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy bonkers bananas. But anyway, I had it listed at $80, and I sent out a mass offer to everybody, all 400 of y'all, 400 plus, of 71, because I'm like, well, obviously at this point it's going to sell. And it sold for 71, duh. But people were like countering my offer at like 55, like these crazy numbers that I'm like, you guys, like, you see how many bags this, like, I know it just says 5 plus, and like, but it says 400 some likes. Like, do you not see how dire the situation is? Like, this is do or die. Somebody's gonna get it, and 460 some of y'all are not. Like, 55 is insulting at this point. But anyway, I'm glad that's on its way. It's always just kind of like, whoo, the pressure's on, you guys. Like, you're like, when is this gonna fucking sell? Set me free from my notifications. Set me free. Next item that sold is a blue polka dot bra. I had it listed at $28. It sold for $20. This one was new at tags. I sourced this on Whatnot from somebody. I bought some for myself, and then I sold the ones that I ended up not liking as much. So yeah. Oh, the next item that sold is also a bra. I actually really like selling bras on Whatnot. That's probably one of my, or I mean on Depop. It's one of my favorite things because it looks so good on the mannequin. They look so good. This one is a pinstripe one that was new at tags, and it sold for $20.30. I accepted their offer off of $25. So the next items that sold were finally towards the end, and there's actually like, how many days are left in the month? At least 5 or so. It's like September 26th today, I think, so technically the month isn't over, but I want to make sure this video goes out, you know, like in time for like when October starts, just so you guys can kind of keep it fresh in your mind. So the items that sold from this point on, they sold today. So this one is a black Guess sequin sweater. I had it listed at $24, it sold for $19. This is an item that I had on Whatnot. I had it on Whatnot for like $12. Nobody wanted it that day, so I was like, okay. So make sure you get on Whatnot. But it sold for $19, which I'm totally cool with. And then the next item is a slogan tank top from Ripple Junction. I also got this at Buffalo Exchange, and I kid you not, you guys, it's a 2001 tank top from Ripple Junction. They had it priced at $5. I've never seen anything priced that low at Buffalo Exchange in my life. But I was like, yeah, like, it's like one of my favorite type of things to sell. Like, it's trashy, it's vintage, like, it's funny, it's unique, it's rare. Where else are you gonna find a tank top that says mullets rock? My Depop, that's where. Like, that sold for $35. I think it took like a week, maybe, to sell. So, I don't know why Buffalo thought that was only worth $5. Joke's on them, it's not. It's worth much more, but I get it. It had some cracking to the print, but nothing like serious. So anyway, that is basically where we're at for the month. It's been a really good month. I'm certainly feeling like motivated to just keep listing, especially things that like I don't sell them on Whatnot the first try. Like, okay, fine, like they're going on Depop then. But I really like having both. It's really nice because, you know, Whatnot takes a lot of customer service out of you. Like, you really have to like be in a good mood. Your mental health has to be on point. You have to, you know, sometimes put up with trolls and like mean people. And on Depop you do too, but like you just block them and move on, you know? So it's like, it's really nice to like have both things. Like from a reseller standpoint, you know, if you're not on Whatnot, like I do recommend doing it because it's been going really well also. So, you know, I try to aim for a goal. I don't always necessarily make that exact goal. Sometimes it could be more, sometimes it could be less. But, you know, my aim for like myself of what a perfect world would be, I'm like, I want 1,000 from each every week. You know what I mean? Like, that would be a perfect world. So, you know, you can always just do your best and like try. Like, it's so nice having things sell in your sleep. Like when I made that $1,000 bundle, like I was like, oh my God, I feel so like I can just like take a breath. Like I don't have to like be on the hamster wheel today. Like I can like take it easy. You know what I mean? Like so, even just like one order can like be so changeable for your life. It's crazy. So I don't know. I hope this video could help you guys kind of figure out what's selling and for what prices. Keep in mind, obviously, I have been selling for like 9 years. Like I have built up a reputation. Obviously, I have a little bit of a following on here and on Whatnot. On Depop, I think I have 20,000 followers, and on Whatnot, I just hit 11K recently. So all of those things help, you know, like always just like put yourself out there. Like I'm really slacking on like my TikTok game. Like I need to be making more TikToks, reels. Like I should be honestly like doing way better, but it's just, it takes so much time to do everything, you know what I mean? It's hard to do everything perfectly all the time. So I hope that this could help you guys. If you watched all the way to the end, I hope there's a vulture emoji. Leave the vulture emoji and let me know if you have any questions. But yeah, I love you guys so much, and I'm wishing big money manifestations your way. Bye.